I'm MC Toon, and it's Tuesday night, and I'm wearing these sunglasses. Why am I wearing these sunglasses? Well, there's a good reason, and I will tell you in the stream directly after this. But I can't see much with them on. Actually, I don't know how the Flurp Derps and Mark Steele wears them all the time. He clearly can't see anything, but welcome. We're here for a debate between Dazzle and myself and Trey. But right now we've got Dazzle in the house, and we're waiting on Trey. How you doing, Dazzle?
I'm pretty good, man. And yourself?
I'm good. All right, I gotta turn you up a little more. So, while we're waiting on Trey, now Trey said just a little bit ago the okie dokie when I told him that it's time soon, and I've sent him the link, but he hasn't said anything yet. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about how this happened, how it is that we are here tonight, Dazzle?
So Trey and I was discussing, was it atmospheric refraction, and basically said debate me, and so I'm here. I said, all right, you and McToon left a couple of comments like, hey, you come on our channel, and I was like, all right, I'll go on your channel.
Trey is difficult to communicate with. Yeah, he wanted to debate you, and then you're like, yes, and then nothing from him, right? Like, I sent him direct messages on TikTok, nothing, and finally he answers. Poor guy, he just can't quite figure out how to communicate like an adult. But I think he'll be here.
Yeah. So when he suggested that I debate him, I didn't really respond to him. But I did go live.
He's here.
What's up, Trey? Yeah, I didn't go live for I went live for a couple of hours. I can't hear you, Trey.
Don't hear you yet. You're gonna have to unmute your mic or something. Oh, he left. That was quick. You scared him. Oh, he's coming back. All right. Nothing yet still. Do you hear us? Okay. Gotta figure out your microphone. Maybe he can do sign language. How's your ASL? Nothing? No? Good. Oh, there, I hear something.
Yeah, turn the volume down because I'm doing a little cooking, so.
You're doing some cooking.
Yeah. 1 second.
Doing some cooking. All right, people. This is a debate with cooking.
How's this?
There's like an instant echo on it.
How's this?
Still an echo.
What now?
Now it's hard to hear you. Where's your headphones with the LED on the boom mic? Oh, now nothing. What do people say about technology? All right, well. He has a mic. He has a headset with a. There's a headset. There we go. It's always good to use a headset because then there's no chance of echo. Isaac Yakovlev. Yakovlev. Ooh, sorry if I got that wrong. Yes, you're correct. You're correct there. All right, now we don't hear you still. Yes, Trey is very, very engineer. Too many onions in his headset and not enough cations.
That's funny.
Cations. All right, I can hear you like a little bit. It's coming through.
I gotta turn these levels up. I have oh my good lord. Okay, that's better.
Yep, you're hearing that.
The main problem is I do mixing, so the problem is that my computer is set up for a guitar and I put MIDI instead of actual.
So, I mean, what the heck is going on? If you do mixing, can't you? I don't know why it's such a challenge. Dazzle, you do music on your computer. You had it working.
Yeah, I just disconnected. I'm plugged in straight to my computer.
Yeah, I listen to music on my
Is
computer.
this better? And still nothing. This is every time.
Yeah. One of these times you'd figured you'd work it out ahead of time. But Mr. Unite for the Chill Wind is saying, I came for the Cations and stayed for the onions.
Gotta get them onions.
Are you cooking onions tonight?
Ranch chicken and rice. Ranch chicken thighs. There. I think this should be it. I'm gonna have to probably use this to. So here we go. Choose background.
Am I using one of these?
Yeah, just one.
You got somebody in the background helping you?
That's my wife. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Speaker is going to.
Dazzle, can you hear him fine?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Check. I can't hear a damn thing.
He can't hear a thing. Oh, Lord Illuminous Pooh says, a buddy asks, what's all the cat girls in anime? Where's the dog girls? I said, Full Metal Alchemist. One of these times, Trey.
I can't hear anyone.
Yeah, I muted myself just for a second there.
Gotcha.
One of these times, Trey's going to figure out how to work a computer.
Check.
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 Yeah, we
Good.
got you.
Thank God. Okay. See, that looks way more trouble than it had to be. Okay. So,
For
how
sure.
you guys doing?
I'm great.
Good.
All right.
In case anybody wonders, I've got right up here. I've got my book right there. That's my engineering math book.
All right.
Just for reference. Don't be
Okay.
scared. Don't be scared, Trey.
Okay. Engineering math. Okay. Awesome.
Good.
Inquisitor Rurik says, the return of the legendary madman Trey Cation Hutchinson. I was rooting for you for the top left award. You got a fan there, Trey.
Awesome.
Top left comes with a free t-shirt. So there's next year, hopefully. Be ready. Voting is in March. So. All right. So, Trey, you are the one that called together the Super Friends for this debate.
Actually, you did. But
Well, it was your comment that said, debate me to be Dazzle. And I'm like, hey, I'll host that. So, what did you want to debate him about?
Oh, the Lesnal. He said that there is no Fresnel lensing inside of the atmosphere to cause the distortion required for the actual effect that you're seeing. I can't even remember what it was. What was it again, Dazzle?
Yeah. So basically,
Oh yeah, I remember. You were talking about the atmospheric refraction of the sun leaving or appearing to go up or down in the atmosphere is due to the, come on, please.
He just walks away. He just walks.
Here we go. Right, simple.
Okay. Yeah, you got a Frenzel lens there.
Your dreams.
Yeah, see, same
Okay.
effect. That's exactly what happens in the atmosphere due to the atmospheric effects of particulates, different pressures, ice crystals, pneumatic crystal liquid mediums such as water, bacteria, all create a scattering effect, so to speak.
Scattering
Aerosols.
or refraction?
Both. Refraction is a form of scattering, so it's kind of take it, get one, get all, you know.
Yeah, so that Fresnel lens was only used as an example to explain how the atmospheric refraction work, where it raises objects that would normally be lower. And my comment was that the atmosphere is not actually a physical Fresnel lens.
Here's an example.
You
of,
said
of
there
the,
was
of
no
the video you were
Fresnel.
talking about.
No Fresnel lensing whatsoever is what you said. Pretty sure.
Yeah. So this was in the demonstration, which was the scummy one that the Rob Skiba did, where he had a Frenzel lens in here that bent the light upwards instead of downwards, which is what happens in the atmosphere. So it's
But lenses do that anyway. You know what I mean? So any lens you're looking at is going to have a, let's say, after the, I think it's called the perihelion of the actual reflection, goes in and out. And that's also referred to as your, what is that? It escapes me right now. But if you notice, oh, I'm all weird looking. Okay, look at this card here. I am right side up. And as it goes into itself, you see that after a certain point, everything is pulled up to the peripheral and away from the actual viewer. So that's actually what's happening when you see the sun appear to go over the horizon. It's actually going to the top of your peripheral vision.
So
Yeah.
let's say there was a Fresnel lens that you were looking through, and the sun is actually in the air, right? So you're on the ground, you're gonna have to look up at the sun, which means you're not gonna be looking through the bottom part of that Fresnel lens, you will be looking through the top part. So what happens when you look through the top part of that Fresnel lens?
The Fresnel lens is uniform throughout its singular space. Okay, so regardless of where you're looking at the lens, you're going to get the same effect as a uniform appearance. Now, if you're referring to the hookidal referencing point to be like it was spiraled, say like a mollusk's shell, such as a conch or conchoidal, it would actually be the type of
just making
refraction.
stuff up.
Oh, it's conchoidal. You can look it up. It's a type. You're an engineer. You should know what conchoidal reflections are. Conchoidal refraction. Let's show them. Show everybody here. Conchoidal refraction is a real thing.
But why are you bringing that up? None of that's what happens in the atmosphere. This is what happens in the atmosphere right here. It bends down.
No.
This is what happens.
No, there's so much more in. See,
This is what happens right here. It's been measured.
What? No, it hasn't been measured because there is one problem with that. There's one problem with that. You know what that is?
Go ahead.
Snell's law.
Yes, Snell's law right here. That's this. Snell's law.
Snell's law is the reason it's a pneumatic device for conchoidal is it refers to a Snell shell. So Snell's law also has to be taken into account.
Holy crap. Will you spell Snell's law for me, please?
S-N-E-L-L. I know.
What?
That's a pneumatic device I use. That's why I always remember conchoidal.
It's
Pneumatic
not.
device.
It's not. It has nothing to do with snails.
Yeah, it has everything to do with Snell's. It's coincidence, isn't it? Isn't it concoidal coincidence?
No, no.
Yes, it is. Why don't you pull it up? Let's show everybody that I'm right and that you're acting like a child.
All right.
Let's see it.
All right, let me show you. This is what happens in the atmosphere. You've got
No, it's not.
denser
That
air
is-
generally
sunlight-
down here.
You're lying
And-
because
and
sunlight
thinner
in the
air
globe
up
model
high.
goes straight. Sunlight in the globe model goes straight, right?
No,
Regardless. Yes, it does. Don't lie.
no. In the
Don't-
globe, it bends. It bends down.
No, it doesn't. It only bends in space, sir.
It doesn't. Generally, it doesn't bend in space at all because there isn't.
It only bends in space, sir, and that's around the gravity of objects. Sorry about
Oh
that.
yeah. It does around gravity. You're right. But between the sun and the Earth, that there aren't a whole lot of real massive objects between. You didn't know that. All right, that's fine.
No.
In the
Actually, you didn't
atmosphere,
know
though,
that.
and this I shouldn't have the sun here. It should be like a boat because that's what Rob Skiba wrote. But my artistic impression of a sun is easier and quicker than my artistic impression of a boat. But this is what happens in the atmosphere because the denser air is near the bottom and the less dense air is near the top, and that's Snell's law,
So that
or
is not
Snell's
a-
law if you prefer.
That's not a correct representation of a percepted sunset. It's going. You're not third person watching the sun move this way.
All right. Oh,
You
all right,
have
fine.
to
Obviously, you're
represent the sun.
confused because
No,
I drew
obviously
the
you're
sun. All right.
disingenuous and you don't want to actually use real math or anything. So in fact,
Oh,
let's just
I would
apply
love to
Snell's-
see your math on
let's-
this.
Let's apply Snell's law to your theory without using a actual Fresnel lens. Oh, I'll be waiting.
No, you go ahead. You're the one that wants to do the math.
No, let's see your math. Let's see. Open up your book back there. Let's look at it.
All right.
Let's see the
Here's the
chapter
boat.
on Fresnel lenses.
Here's the boat.
No, that's not. Sorry, that's not perceptive actuality.
All right.
So we're not watching something go away from us when it's across the page.
Right. Gauss. Hundreds of years ago, Gauss measured the effects of light through the air, and measured how it bends down, causing distant things to appear higher. The
Wrong.
lens
Gauss measured. He measured the acceleration of what was it? Come on. He measured the acceleration of incoherent and coherent attractions. And that is a form of static. Okay.
No,
That is static electrostatic effects. That is what Gauss
He-
measured.
he
That is
spent-
why we no
he spent decades
No.
actually measuring light
no
between two
Light-
tall
light
towers.
was no actually that was light was created to the gravity effect of light is the only effect that takes place in the celestial sphere. Gravity is not even in equations to have to do with anything related to mass.
Well,
It's
yes, it
all-
is.
No, it's the constant acceleration of downward acceleration of mass of an incoherent state. So two incoherent states. No, wrong. Gaussian surfaces, bro. Don't even try that. Don't even try it. That's not what Gauss did.
All right,
And you
Ga-
want to sit here and tell me that two
Yeah.
guys at two lighthouses or two mountains, several
yeah,
miles
he was
apart?
measuring the effects of of refraction in the air between the two objects. He spent decades on
No, he
that.
wasn't. No, he wasn't. Then why are we still using his model for downward acceleration? But what did Sir
It's
Isaac
not. No,
Nimrod
I'm
do?
not talking about downward acceleration. I'm talking about refraction.
Refraction has nothing to do with what you're explaining it as.
Yes, it does.
So gravity doesn't affect refraction,
I'm not talking about gravity. I'm talking about refraction.
which is part of gravity, though, right?
No,
Yes, it is.
refraction is not gravity. Gravity is not refraction. They're not the same thing.
What's gravity lensing in a star that actually creates multiple refractive
Gravitational
reflections?
lensing is not refraction.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
nobody claims that. They both
Yeah,
bend
actually,
light, but they are not the same thing. Just because they do the same thing doesn't make them the same thing.
Citation.
Citation. Causation is not correlation.
That's not a citation.
Oh, where's your citations? What I'm asking. Cite what you just said.
That refraction is not Gravitational lensing?
Yeah,
All right. Eddington 1919.
pull it up. Let's see it. You got
All right.
you got.
mctoon.net/relativity is the
So
is where you'll find it.
does Einstein actually is he like just posthumous after this? Like we're not gonna actually look into Einstein's theory on how it is related?
What is related?
Oh, gravity lensing and refraction, sir. Why don't we
No,
look at
gravitational
Einstein's
lensing is not refraction.
It
They're not
causes
the same
refraction around galaxies.
No, it's
So,
it's bending.
Example.
It bends light, but it
It's
doesn't
bending.
refract.
And what is bending? What is refraction?
Refraction is when light goes through different mediums of
Yes.
different index of refraction.
Of-
it is not the same thing.
Of different gravities. Different
It's not
gravities.
refraction. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I love this.
yes, it is.
So
It's
great.
different gravities, sir.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
could cite your source. I could probably show you exactly where it ends with the fact that
where
calculus-
what ends.
calculus was a word derived and created in the year 1666.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
It was probably before that, right? But
No,
go ahead.
go Merriam-Webster. 1666. It was coined
calculus
by a man
was-
named.
Okay.
Never used prior to that.
Okay.
And calculus was
So-
used by Sir Isaac Newton in the year 1666 to show the rotation of the Earth and the orbit of the moon around the Earth
Holy
and the
crap,
orbit
no.
of
Well,
the Earth around the sun.
This is Kepler's laws was before that, before Newton.
Calculus was used to give it a real picture. So calculus is derivative of something that is very interesting. I don't know if we've had this discussion yet, but we can.
But now you've
This
never
right-
taken calculus, so
This is a calcite stone. See
okay.
this? A
Hmm.
calcite stone. You know what calcite has? An effect of calcite is birefringence and by refringent, reflection, and refraction.
Okay,
This-
what does that have to do with calculus? Are you going to say because it has the same letters at the beginning?
No, both are derived from the term chalk. So
Okay,
Chalk.
so
chalk is also known as something called hydrocalcite, right? What is the amount of hydrocalcite in the upper atmosphere? How much A lot.
That's a
I'd garner there's a lot, enough to say that there's a birefringent, reflective, and refracted source.
well. I would love to see your citation on that. All right, I'm going to share it to you. Eddington 1919. All right, it's up on the screen for everybody to see right now. And let's see. I think that. Are you still there, Trey?
Yeah, I'm still here. 1 second.
All right. All right, here is Eddington 1919. Let's see if let's see if we find refraction in here. There you go. It seems clear that the effect here found must be attributed to the sun's gravitational field and not, for example, to refraction by coronal matter. He specifically refuted your claim. He explicitly said it's not refraction.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that, citing something from 1919 versus something from 2019 probably might actually have a different effect.
No, you're moving the goalpost. This was about
Oh.
whether or not gravitational lensing is refraction. You asked me for a citation. I gave you a citation, Eddington 1919. Right there, it says, in Eddington 1919, it seems clear that the effect here found must be attributed to the sun's gravitational field and not, for example, to refraction by coronal matter, making them clear that they are different things.
So that is from 1919.
You
Citing
asked for a
source.
citation. I gave it. Now, go ahead.
And you
move
were wrong.
the goalposts. It is
I'm
what
not.
you
No,
do.
you were wrong. I got your citation. If you had done your research, you would know that gravitational refraction in light occurs because it takes time for light to interact with
All right,
particles.
citation. Go ahead. I'm ready. You can send me
That
the
right here, physics.stackexchange. com/questions. And I think
All right,
the actual,
send me the link so I can put it up for everybody to see.
and this actually goes into the finest.
I'm gonna try to get the. All right, so I've been be Dazzle. I've been in here a lot with them. Sorry, you can poke at them too. I don't want to take the fun away.
Okay, I'm sending you a citation right now.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting for you to show me this physical object that you can touch that's a Fresnel lens, which you claim is the atmosphere which is my claim anyway, is that there is no Fresnel lens in the atmosphere. And that lens is basically just used as an example of what goes on with refraction. It doesn't say that the atmosphere is a physical Fresnel lens.
Trying to get the chat in.
You gonna send it on TikTok?
Where do you have a Discord?
I do.
Why can't we send it in this chat? Why isn't there a chat here?
Oh, there is. You can send it.
See if we can get this thing up. Oh, I see it now. My computer had the things hidden. Here we go. So I'm gonna send this to the everybody. There's this. Where's the chat? I can see the actual chat.
Which chat? The one that has all the people in it?
Yeah.
That'd be on YouTube at the link that I sent you yesterday.
Okay, I see that. Okay. And there it goes. It's to everyone.
All right. Let me grab it here. All right, I'll pop it in for everybody. There. All right, and
Let's see what we have here.
all right. So your claim is, to be clear, that that gravitational lensing is refraction.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is
All right.
citing a paper called Gravitational Index of Refraction.
That's the title, of course.
Yes, of course.
I hope you read past the title.
I did. Einstein actually postulated this and was proven to be factually proven to be in a agreement. The entire scientific community was in agreement when they found the Einstein's cross, which is I believe a quasar that is being simultaneously creating 4 reflections through gravimetric refraction. There's also, and I think that's near Centauri, Alpha Centauri. Pretty interesting. You look at Einstein's cross.
So what you're saying is things are millions of light years away and the Earth is not flat.
No, I'm telling you, I'm leading you along to understand where I'm coming from here. So,
I mean, all these things kind of don't work with flat Earth because you're talking about things
Actually,
that are
they
far
do.
away.
Actually, they're not far away. They're
Well, so you say.
Oh no, I mean they're not far away at all. Actually, they're very close, just not where you think they are.
All right, I got it ready. Here we go. So what is a quasar?
Well, you say it's like a really hot mass of just like a galaxy being formed, right? Just a hot mess. I say that it's a whole bunch of volcanoes.
Wow, awesome. All right, wrong, but okay. So here we have F
Is it?
n equals. Look, oh, what's this? This looks like that's strangely reminiscent of the universal gravitational law. So you agree that mass attracts mass? Trey?
Gravity, that mass attracts mass. visible appearing mass. So you can't measure this mass. You can't measure this mass and see the gravity on it.
No, I just want to be sure that your citation right here says clearly. Yeah, Kirk B says tune and
That's just saying. That's saying.
Hold on. Should go in on
gravity,
idiot farming.
We no longer use classical gravity in equations that have to do with anything.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we definitely do.
No, where?
Everywhere. It's pretty rare to actually use Einstein field equations.
Yeah, because they're only used in astrophotography or
astrophotography. When does astrophotography make a big deal out of gravity?
What are you talking about? Are you serious right now? Like, dude, gravity is just the bending of light. That's all it is.
No, it's not. Mass attracts mass. That's why this M is in here. That's why the M is in here.
Mass attracts mass.
All right, let's
gravity. What's the negative gm mass?
All right,
times the rate, or was that the acceleration?
What?
No, explain the equation.
Oh, you were. Go ahead. I'll let you explain.
That's right. That's what I thought.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
No, I wanted you to do it.
This is your citation. Right here. What is this?
It's like force equals force, a Newtonian force equals constant equals negative gravity, minus gravity, mass to mass, constant, r cubed, divided by r cubed, equals mass, gravity constant, Newtonian constant. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What? That's exactly how what?
You never do math, do you? Oh my gosh.
That's the equation. You have to get the numbers. You're just reading out the equation. That's not anything special.
All right. Let me. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. We read it again. Read it again. Starting with right here.
Okay.
F.
The force constant. The constant force, right?
Wait, constant. Why is it constant?
It's because it's moving forward. Constant.
Why is it a constant?
Because any object that has mass moving through a medium will continue until it stops, or is being enacted upon by an outside force. Why?
Yeah, but why are you saying that this F sub n with the little arrow on top, whatever you think that means, why do you think that's a constant?
I don't know, because it's going constant. Why does this matter, dude? I'm right. Fuck the math. Read the paper.
Okay, all right. Well, all right. Continue.
Okay.
F with the capital N that's subscript after it with the arrow on top.
Yeah, the force per unit mass, or gravitation and field strength.
The force per unit mass, okay.
Or gravitational acceleration, as I said, which is the constant based off of the Gaussian surface.
The
constant.
Is that the G?
Is that the G?
Is the G? Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's the gravitational field strength. That's the Gaussian surface. That's the pull of the Gaussian surface on the Earth.
But which of the letters is the Gaussian surface?
That would be the Fn.
Fn. That's the Gaussian surface. Okay. All right,
keep function. Going. Okay. The gravitational potential that you're going to find in this stupid thing is going to be all. This is all nonsense, by the way. This is stupid. Like
it's your citation.
I'm saying let's move on past this part so I could explain that you could truly see that it's just stupid. It's redundant. Okay, this is redundant. You're wasting time.
No, this is your citation.
I don't have to explain the citation.
Yes, you do.
You haven't even explained your own citation. You just cited something, and I'm not explaining this. I don't have to get tied up in this. Okay, we're not dealing with classical gravity. We're dealing with Einsteinian gravity. This is a visible light bending around a gravitational pull.
Okay, but
what is gravity?
The reason we got to remember why we got into here. This is because you were claiming that gravitational lensing equals refraction. Remember?
It does. It literally says.
All right, and this is your citation.
Paper.
So let's So
No,
how does
let's move on. I'm
no?
not
You don't want to. No,
explaining-
you don't want to move
know
on.
how to do this.
We all
Move on.
have to figure out what you mean when you say that.
Either you look, you are fucking pissing me off. Move on, dude. I'm not explaining to you something you already know. This is childish. Go on.
It is childish. I don't think you quite understand what this paper's talking about.
Dude, I literally explained it 4 times. Every way I explain it is
I mean,
right.
you explained it
move
once.
the fuck on, dude.
You went over this once, but I could do it again. I won't interrupt.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
the constant. The F is the constant. The constant is the acceleration towards the Gaussian surface, which is the gravitational field strength.
But what's this negative GMM? What's on the other side of the equal sign there?
Equals negative mass. You account for the mass of the object and the gravity mass attracting mass. You take that into account. That's going to be it's going
So
to
gravity
be,
is a thing.
it's used for gravitational lensing. This is what the paper's about. Gravimetric refraction. Continue. Move on.
All right. So you say that gravitational lensing is refraction, and this is the paper. All right. And I'll put it in the chat for people once more, so they can on their own time. They can peruse it on their own time. Oh, we do get to Einstein.
Stop.
Look at that.
Stop.
So I sent you a link to a video from Bob the Science Guy, and timestamp is around 25 minutes. And
Why are we no, let's talk about this. I don't care about that. I want to talk about this, okay? I don't care about your timestamps. I'm here to debate. Okay. So this is not the main subject herein. We treat it to use the opportunity. Can you please move the here, let me find this. I'll swap back over to my own channel real quick.
Find what?
See right here. Here we go. Someone to move in. So
Are you gonna?
so this is not the main subject. This is the Einstein formula equals mc squared is a gravitational truth. Though this is not the main subject here, and
Wait.
we treat it to use the opportunity of handling the gravitational potential. It is thought that Einstein's famous formula in the title is pure relativistic, but this myth disappears on showing in simple cosmological terms. Cosmological terms. What's the word cosmological mean? We'll get into that later. And this is of gravitational nature and quite Newtonian. Classical gravity, let me remind you, let M and E to the first potential, or EP be the mass and potential energy, respectively, of a particle in a gravitational field of potential U. Either pure Newtonian or RBD completed. Corrupt.
What's RBD?
RBD is the rate of the relativity velocity dependence. Okay. Interaction. Right?
I thought it was really very donut.
No, it's not. Okay.
Okay.
All
I
right.
want a donut.
Why don't you just take this L, dude? You can put a hole in it later.
All right. So we have that is E, and then you e to the power of P. You said
E to the power. Ah, God, freaking head's hurting. Potential function, the gravitational potential function. Basically, this is explaining the gravitational. Oh man, I got sprayed with something.
it wasn't me. Was it you, B Dazzle?
I'm sorry.
Did you spray him?
The relative,
He got
relative velocity index. Independent variable. Oh. Okay. So let's go into the completion of this being valid in the Newtonian approximation, raising 2 questions. Why not Einstein's formula noticed before the theory of relativity, and why is gravitational nature never noticed? Notice the famous formula is inferred in relation to the potential energy, while in the special theory of relativity in relation to kinetic energy, in words above, 2 formulas expressed like this: gravitational potential energy with respect to masses in the whole universe is given by Formula 3, far from any mass, which is in agreement with the Einsteinian alias of rest energy, and by formula it's near to some mass generating a potential.
Yeah, so for the people at home, can remind them what the Einsteinian alias of rest energy is?
Oh yeah. That's going to be the theory of relativity.
Yeah, but there's a formula.
Dude, I'm not feeling too good. Oh, just give me a second. Oh,
Too much of a butt whipping here, huh?
no. I went to get some chicken a while ago, and like this dude spraying some mosquito spray, and drove right by my house, and stopped to ask him what he was doing. He was like spraying for mosquitoes. I was like, dude, there's mosquitoes everywhere. Like you're not doing anything, and he just rolled his window up and rode on. And it's kind of weird. That's weird.
All right, so for people at home, can you just let them know the formula for the Einsteinian alias of rest energy? Because I don't think the people at home all know.
It doesn't matter what they all know. We're here to show that I'm telling you the truth.
I'm
not here to do math. Look, man, either you continue on or we're done. Okay? I literally have the paper right here. You can read it just as well as I can.
Yeah, I can. But this is yours, and I want to give you a chance to highlight your citation.
I'm not highlighting. I'm highlighting the citation by giving it to you. I found it, so
yeah.
Look,
so I mean, like, your chance to. I mean, this is you.
We can sit here all day. I'm not doing this.
This is you showing how gravitational lensing equals refraction.
For the love of God, if the mass of an object exceeds the mass value of the escape velocity of light, it will pull the light in towards and redirect it. If light travels in a straight line, it's going to be refracted. It's that fucking simple. Continue.
But so you're
continue.
It sounds like what you're doing is you're equating gravitational lensing with Snell's law.
No, it's not. No, it is Snell's law. It is Snell's law.
I don't see Snell's law in here.
It is Snell's law.
Maybe we got to scroll down to get to Snell's law.
No, do I have to actually show you where?
I'm looking for Snell's law, and I'll see it because Snell's law is a trigonometric function in it. So hold on, I'll find it. I'm sure it's here. Oh, I got to the end. I don't see Snell's law in here.
No, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, keep going to the citations. The references. Okay.
Yeah, go to the references.
All right, we got Eddington. Oh, look at that, Eddington. A determination of the deflection of sun's gravitational field from. Hey, that's Eddington 1919 that I cited.
That's strange.
Amazing that. Okay. I'm at the bottom. I don't see Snell's law yet.
Don't be a jackass, dude.
I'm looking for Snell's law. This is your citation where you're claiming that
it's no longer Snell's law if it's not referring to an actual water surface. It's basically Snell's law in space, dude. That's all it is.
But Snell's law requires mediums of different index of refractions.
There is only an index of refraction in a solid dome interior ceiling of a parabolic mirrored surface.
No, that's not true at all.
Yes, it is very true.
No,
So I have a question. With this dome causing a refraction, are you looking through the dome? Because if you are inside the dome, how are you looking through it?
Anything that is going to have a birefringent source, when the image is first created, it will then travel through the medium, then back at the observer. So you were seeing the observed image, then the refracted image. So the same.
Is that a reflection or is that refraction?
It's birefringence. right?
Oh, Trey, I love you. This is so good.
What's sad is like the people that are watching this don't even understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. You're a joke.
Trey, you don't understand what you're saying.
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. That's the problem. And then you get off and get paid for frustrating me when I spend all of my time researching this. You don't have the intelligence to stand up to me. All you can do is laugh like a child.
Trey.
Okay, you shut up. Shut up.
No, Trey. I gave you a chance to explain to us Einstein's alias of rest energy. This was a softball question, Trey. The Einstein alias of rest energy is already on the screen. I mean, they hint at it at number. They say it's number 4, right? Near some mass generating U as a potential, right?
Look,
Look at this. E, that's an E, equals MC squared plus U. E equals MC squared is Einstein's
that's what I said. The
alias
theory of
rest
relativity
energy.
plus the universal. I said that, dude. You're fucking stupid.
This isn't. E equals MC squared is not the theory of relativity. It's a formula that's used in all these things, but it is not
the theory of relativity. Is literally used into it is the general equation for energy. Okay, the theory of relativity is nothing without the equation.
No, it's not.
Dude, you're a fucking child.
That's
Move
not
on.
Einstein's. You got Einstein's field equation. Start with that if you want.
Hey, let's show the fact where I was actually fucking right and you cited something from a fucking dinosaur. Why don't we continue and show everybody that?
All right.
Let's look at Snell's law and then let's look at what gravitational lensing is. And if they're not the same thing, I'll eat my hat.
All right. You got your
I
hat
want to
ready?
see that.
Get your hat ready.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. What were you going to show us?
I want to show you exact same principle. You know what? Everybody at home do it. You do it. Here. Why don't you go? Pull this out. Yeah. I know. So why don't you actually why don't you refute my evidence? How about that?
What evidence did you bring?
Prove me where I'm wrong that the Fresnel lens effect that I'm referring to is not the same thing as gravitational lensing and Snell's law and conchoidal reflections or refractions, as a matter of fact.
So
show me where all of those are different.
All right, well, it's good. What you've done is you've just reversed the burden of proof. You made all these claims. It's on you to show that they're correct, not us.
No, I made the claims. My claims are fact. My claims are concrete. Until you can disprove my claims, you.
No, I'm sorry. That is literally the burden of proof fallacy there.
No, that's your burden of proof. So let's stop arguing semantics. Google 4 fucking things and tell me where I'm wrong.
Have you shown what, or have you figured out what happened?
4 things. Google them. Show me where I'm wrong.
No. Have you shown?
Okay, then you're done.
It's on you.
No, you're done.
I'll bring it up here just so everybody can see. Your logical fallacy is burden of proof. You said the burden of proof lies not with the person making the claim. That's you. But with someone else to disprove, right there on screen.
That doesn't look like Snell's law to me.
You claim that
look like
we have to.
Lensing.
We have
doesn't
to.
Look like Fresnel lens.
Of course it doesn't.
Doesn't look like
you made the claim, not me, not be Dazzle. You made the claim. You made the claim. You made the claim. Go ahead.
Thank you for accepting defeat.
It's on screen. The burden of proof. You said the burden of proof lies not with you making the claim, but with someone else to disprove.
I'm not running around making all kind of stupid fucking connections.
You made four. Exactly. That's what you did. You made
No.
4 claims.
I did. Disprove me.
And
Disprove me.
no,
Disprove me.
burden of proof.
Disprove me. I had the burden. I carried the burden. I
You
found
didn't-
the burden.
You didn't.
There's
All
a
you did was make the
firmament.
claim again.
There's a firmament. Bam.
Yeah, you made the claim
Disprove
again.
it.
It's a claim.
Disprove it.
I don't have the burden to disprove. You have the burden to prove it.
No.
How is this not clear?
Watch
It's right
my
on
foot-
screen. I mean, you can read it.
Watch
You can just read
watch my content. Bam.
it. Your
right there.
content is garbage.
No, your content
Yeah.
is garbage, and you have no content. If it wasn't for me, you would be nobody right now.
You
As a
know,
matter
if
of
the
fact,
blurps all
both
went
of you-
away, I would not have a show. You're right.
Can you add this to your content, which I asked you on TikTok? I would like to see you show what happens when you look through each section of the Fresnel lens. So left, right, up, top, and bottom.
Sure, I got a Fresnel lens right here somewhere. Look, left, out to the middle. We're gonna have look. It's going to go opposite way. Now let's look from the middle, the other side. What's going to happen? It's going to do the same thing. So you go from the bottom. What's going to happen? It's going to go.
I have an example of what happens.
But you show me the example of where gravitational lensing isn't Fresnel lensing, isn't Snell's law, isn't also gravimetric, isn't also birefringent sources of a calcite pneumatic crystal liquid medium. How about that?
Sound like Oswald Bates.
As a matter of fact, you know what a pneumatic crystal liquid medium is? It's a medium that has a bunch of particulates inside of the water, right? So the water in the atmosphere has things inside of it, which cause scattering, which causes all sorts of refractions and reflections. Stars look like they're underwater. Okay. So what does that mean? That means that the burden of proof lays on you, lazy boy.
No,
So
you
let's go
didn't.
figure it
You
out.
didn't support it. You just made the claim.
I didn't make any claims. These are claims you could easily refute. You won't
You
refute
made-
them.
wait,
You won't
wait.
research them because
You
you know
didn't
I'm
make
right.
claims, but they're claims.
No, I didn't make claims. I staked claims. My
It's
claims
the
are
same
staked.
thing. It's the same.
Your show is garbage. Your burden of proof rests on you.
The same
As a
thing.
matter of fact, I'll go get something else to show you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love how he constantly, he's like, I don't have to claim. I didn't make a claim. I set a claim. Oh my gosh.
Another Fresnel lens. Look at this.
That's not a friend's.
Oh,
it's
look at that.
not. It's just a regular lens.
Look at that. Another Fresnel lens. A better one. Look,
It's
It looks
just
like
a
a magnifying
regular
glass.
lens.
that's a no. It's actually not a magnifying lens. It's actually a telescope, I believe. Fresnel lens too.
Does
at
it
that.
have ridges on it?
Does it have ridges?
Yeah.
Ridges.
Does it
You
have
mean like-
ridges?
This isn't a Fresnel lens, is it? No. Oh wait, the other side is Fresnel lens. Look, we got 2 crystal mediums right there. Look, same thing.
They're
It's
both
redundant.
plastic. They're not for crystal.
Got a crystal right there, dude. Look at that. Oh, what there? What now?
That's plastic.
That's not plastic. You want a red one? There's a red one. Look. Prove me wrong, science boy.
That's plastic.
Prove me
You have
wrong.
like little toys. Did you get that from your kids?
No, you're the one with toys in your background. And you also owe me a disproving. Disprove me, sir.
Nope. You said the burden of proof lies not with the person making the claim. That's you. But with someone else to disprove.
I
Nope.
already showed my proof. It's your turn to show proof. I already showed where my proof
What
was
was
there.
your proof? What was your proof?
I literally showed you the gravity refraction index. So, like, what the fuck, man? Come on, show me something.
You mean this one here that you claimed was Snell's law, but Snell's law isn't in here anywhere? I even searched. Watch, I'm going to search.
No. I
Snell.
made a claim.
It's not in there.
I didn't say. I said it was the same thing. I didn't say it was in there. It's
Yeah,
obviously
you
the
said
fucking
it's the same thing, but your citation doesn't actually show that they're the same thing.
Shouldn't it be like a formula for Snell's law in that paper?
Okay.
Well, you'd expect Snell's law to be. And what is Snell's law? For the people at home, can you remind them, Trey, what is Snell's law?
Snell's law is when an object viewed underwater will tend to be displaced.
The formula, so we can calculate it.
What the fuck are you talking about? A formula for Snell's law? Who gives a shit?
Snell's law is a formula.
So
You didn't know that?
Our formula is not important in calculating things.
That's weird for somebody
you
who
give
claims
me
to
the
be
fucking, you give me the formula for it. I'm not looking up the formula for Snell's law. I don't keep it in my back pocket.
You
So
don't know.
either
All right.
fucking
Ready? Here's
Yeah, I don't
here's my
think-
paper. Ready?
your paper.
Ready?
Why would I draw out a fucking formula?
Ready?
I know what it is. I know what a formula. Dude,
No, you know what it is.
continue.
What do I put on the other side then if you know what it is?
I don't care, dude. I'm not drawing out a fucking equation for you.
No, you said you knew what this was. So what is the rest of the equation?
That's not the equation for Snell's law.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Well, it's half of it. It's not. I'm not done yet.
Exactly.
what's
Get
the other
fuck
half?
out of here and continue.
What's the other half? So since you know it, what is the other half?
I'm not even looking at the screen right now. I'm literally
Right.
sending you something.
Have a look at the screen so that you can see, because I wrote out the first
Dude,
part of Snell's law.
Stop being a child and continue.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not
You
fucking
said
playing with
you said you knew what Snell's law was. This is one half of Snell's law. What's the other half? Right here. What's the other half of Snell's law?
He's gonna write it out.
I hope he's going to write it out. This is going to be good, because he knows Snell's law. And when I asked him what Snell's law, he says, well, it's when you put something in water. I'm like, oh, I'm going to write it out. So here is half of Snell's law. Trey, I don't know. Can you hear me, Trey, or is it because your headphones are off? You can't. I think you can't.
Probably can't.
That's probably good. All right. Well, I'll. What do you think he's gonna do? I mean, he doesn't actually know what Snell's law is, and he claimed that Snell's law is gravitational lensing. And he gave a paper that doesn't talk about Snell's law, that he didn't know what it meant. All right. Oh, headphones are coming back. Let's see. No? Oh, no. Not yet. We're gonna have to make him full screen here. We gotta see. What he's up to. I tell you one thing.
Somebody say draw a picture of a snail.
Trey delivers. Trey delivers every time. Oh yeah, Trey, you said you would derive Snell's law from Einstein's relativity or eat your hat.
He's gonna eat it raw or cook it.
Are you gonna cook your hat with the chicken? Oh, Dazzle, I love you, man. That's awesome. All right, so he's coming back. He's coming back. Are you back yet? Let's see. We want to see. Want to see what you got, Treycation. And he looks mad. I think he's upset.
I wonder what's in that stack of papers.
Things he didn't understand. Oh, yeah. Taco Tuesday. So Snail's law means John Suffel says Snail's law means you cannot grow lettuce in your garden.
I still have all my notes.
All right, let's see.
Go.
You're gonna show us Snell's law. Are you ready? All right, you got Snell's law. You said you were going to show us also you can derive Snell's law from relativity, or you'll eat your hat. Are you going to cook it with along with your chicken, or are you going to have it raw?
So,
all right.
This is the visual formula for Snell's law.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So what's the other half of this then? Since you know it. Since you know Snell's law, what's the other half of this right here?
I already know. Look, okay. The beginning part of the equation is your direct energies. The directed light ray entering into the medium then will be changed based off of the thickness and density and intensity of the light. So
The thickness, density, and intensity of the light.
no, the density or the intensity of the light, the lumens of the light will
It's dependent on the lumens of the light.
I don't know. It's dependent on something to do with light. Who gives a shit? Keep going. Come on.
Well,
Refute
you're the one that's trying
No,
to equate Snell's
dude,
law.
I'm not a fucking astrophysicist. Neither are you.
No kidding.
Stop pretending. Stop fucking pretending.
This is high school physics, not astrophysics.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I learned this in high school.
And what is it? Finish it.
No,
Don't look away
I
from
want to
the-
let you, Trey.
Look, man.
Trey, this is
I'm
your
not
chance to shine,
fucking-
Trey. What's the rest of Snell's
I'm
law?
shining already. I'm not fucking dealing with you. I'm so pissed I can't even think. I have notes right here. I don't have to keep this shit in my head. You don't have anything in your head. So either you fucking disprove me or we're done, dude.
No,
You're the most atrocious fucking person I've ever met.
You said,
and
Trey, I want to
you're
remind you.
disingenuous. No,
You said,
I
Trey-
said nothing. I said nothing. Disprove me.
What was the
I'm
first
tired
part?
of fucking proving
What was the first
everything.
part? That first part of your sentence that ended with "You'll eat your hat." What was the first part of that?
I'm not eating my fucking hat because I've already disproved you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
I did just finish the equation for you.
It's-
I mean, I wouldn't expect you to remember it offhand, but you're the one that said that Snell's law equals gravitational lensing, and that you would eat your hat
I said if it didn't,
if it did.
please continue to disprove my postulation.
You didn't present any evidence for me to address.
Then you are just stuck out there in the shitter, man.
There's nothing to address. If you made a claim but didn't present any evidence for the claim, there's nothing to address. You just made a claim. I just say
I didn't make a claim.
that
I
which
said
can be
fact.
asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence.
You dismiss everything without evidence.
You didn't
have
provide anything. There's nothing to actually address because you didn't do anything. All right. Oh, I'm looking at these are my notes from high school.
No, they're not. You just wrote those right there.
No, these are from high school. Actually, I keep them in my case for my calculator. My calculator here has a name.
That doesn't look too used.
It's Flurf Slayer is the name
No,
of this
it's not.
calculator.
Yeah,
Yes.
No, it's not.
That's the
You
name
can-
of this. Is Flurf
Okay.
Slayer.
Okay, well, show me on that calculator how you would derive angular magnification.
Hey, what's up with that paper you sent me? Well, that you mentioned to me. Let me see.
Yeah, angular modification. What part
Wait.
of the
Angular modification or angular magnification? Which one?
angular modification?
Okay.
How is that done on something that is, let's say, has a small focal length of 25 centimeters in a, let's see, 2-lens system? Find the magnification of a 2-lens system where one of the systems has a 25 centimeter focal length, and what would be the angular size of the image at 15 feet? What would be the equation you would have to write for that to find both of those?
I actually don't know that offhand. Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Exactly. So continue.
But you're the one that claimed that you were going to equate Snell's law, which is partly here, and Einstein's relativity. So now are you going to start with Einstein's field equations and then end with
we're
this?
not using Einstein's field equations. What we're doing is we're going to do this together. So
Okay.
if you would join me, come along, fly away, you'll see that we can look into our magic mirror. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Let's go.
We
His medications are definitely off whack.
so
All right, what are we doing here? This is going to be fun. Dazzle.
Yeah.
I am so glad you brought Trey here.
okay.
This is magical. It is a magic school bus.
Okay. So I'm going to post this up here.
Oh, you're sending.
As soon as I'm sending this right here, and this is going to be something that it's going to connect the two.
Snell's law and relativity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and of course the relativity that you, or Snell's law that you don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, I do know what it is.
Oh, then you'd be able to solve this or finish this here pretty quickly.
I don't know what the hell that even is. That's not what Snell's law is, dude.
This is Snell's law.
No, it's not. That's just numbers.
It's
That's not
literally-
Snell's law.
It's not even
Snell's
numbers.
law.
It's
Snell's law is a visual. It's a friggin' trigonometry. What are you doing? That isn't even the same thing. Look, okay. So, did you get what I just sent or not?
I just want you to again. What is this, Trey? What is this?
What are you
Just
talking about?
numbers.
I'm not even. That's an equation.
Yes.
That's not a law. Okay, that's not any of the refractive indexes or the refractive angles required for Snell's law. That's
Wait.
not Snell's law.
refractive.
That's an
What?
equation for Snell's law. You don't even know what the visual equation
You actually
is
said
for Snell's
you
law.
actually said refractive index. Trey, I'll give you a hint. Right there. Refractive
Shut
index.
up. Keep going.
Right there. So what's on the other side? Just for the people at home.
Dude, will you stop? I'm not paying this any
This is
mind.
Snell's law. Right here. This is Snell's law. Don't you know most laws
That's not Snell's law, dude.
are equated?
That's not Snell's law. That's one half of Snell's law.
All right, what's
So
the other
stop
half?
lying.
What's the other half?
I'm not even looking it up because I'm not fucking playing your game.
But
Either
you are the
disprove-
one that are coming in as the expert
Go
in
to
Snell's law.
what I just fucking posted, you child. Grow the fuck up, man. No wonder you're single.
I'm not single. All right.
And he's a miserable man.
I can't stop laughing, dude.
Please.
for being so miserable. I'm laughing pretty stinking hard. Oh, all right. Hold on a second. I gotta change this. All right. I'm gonna share it to you so you can see it. All right. There's this. Here comes. Let's see. Subsaturation, something like that.
Sub-Saturn planet MOA.
Sub-Saturn
2008
planet.
BLG
So
310 LB likely to be in the galactic bulge. Okay, so this reports the detection of a Saturn mass planet MOA 2008 BLG 31TL.
All right, just to be clear, this is the planet that's many light years away.
Yes, and argues that it is the strongest candidate for a bulge planet. Deviations from single lens fit are smoothed out by finite source effects and therefore are not immediately apparent from the light curve. Nevertheless, we find that a model in which the primary has a planetary companion is favored ever in the single lens model by so-and-so, give or take 880 for an additional 3 degrees of freedom. Detailed analysis yields a planet star mass.
Wait.
Shut up.
So and
Q
so,
equals-
give or take 80.
Delta X, Delta X, whatever the hell that is.
Squared.
Squared, yeah.
There, good job.
Delta X squared, give or take 880 for an additional 3 degrees of freedom. Detailed analysis yields a planet star mass ratio of Q equals 3.3 plus 0.3 times 10 minus to the -4 power. and an angular separation between the planet and star within a 10% of the angular Einstein radius.
Just a quick question. Just a quick question
What
here.
is the-
It just hold on, Trey. Is you see that 10 to the power of -4?
Yes, you move the decimal place. Yes. I
Yeah.
know.
Is that a
Okay.
positive or negative number?
That is a negative number. Well, that's not a negative number. It's a negative connotation to the decimal point. So times
So-
10 to the
So is 10 times 10 to the power of -4 a positive number or a negative number? Just to be sure.
it's going to be a positive number.
All right, that's correct.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
not going to be a negative number. Why would it be a negative number? The
Some-
small angular
some flirts
Einstein
can't get
radius, AE, 8
What is
epsilon
that? So that's 3.3 plus, and then that 0.
plus or minus, give or take 0.3 times 10 to the negative
all
4.
right,
If you
all
take the 4 and you move that decimal place after you've done the initial parenthetical PEMDAS required mathematics, constrains the distance in lens to be DL greater than 6.0 kpc if it
What's
at
KPC?
space is the Kepler
What's
it's
KPC?
the damn it, oh shit, but it's the rating for the star brightness, basically. I want to say I think it is, if it's the what is KPC? I can't remember. I know it has something to do
So
with the
is this exoplanet flat?
no, it's a reflection already. I'm saying it's a reflection. That's my point.
This exoplanet that's millions of light years away is a
Yes.
reflection.
Yes. Yes, it doesn't exist. Kiloparsec, that's what it was. Damn
There
it.
you go. Good job. Good looking it up. All right.
I had to. I couldn't remember what the hell it's called. I was like, what the fuck
All
is it
right.
called?
All right.
Okay. So let's say kiloparsecs away, and a parsec is like something, I want to say something like, it's a bunch of astronomical units, but it like maybe it's like a parsec, it's like 4.3 AU or something like that, supposedly.
A parsec
And
is
an angle-
4.3 AU.
Or something. I can't remember the damn actual numbers.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably a
can't-
little more, but it's okay.
It's
I'm sure you're in the neighborhood.
400,000 astronomical units. I don't know. The angular
All right.
Einstein radius, 2,000. Is it 2,000? I can't remember. But constraints the distance to the lens to be the kiloparsecs of the star, ML greater than MO. Microlens exoplanet host discovered so far that must be in the bulge is by a star by analyzing VLT NACO adaptive optics images taken near the baseline of the event. So these baselines, the baseline of the event right there is also connotating that there's additional blended light that's aligned within these sequences on these macrocosmic tails, these macro lenses. Okay,
Macro lens.
A macro lens is not really that different from a micro lens. Think about it. See, so you have a micro lens model and a macro lens model. That's all going to be based off.
Yeah,
of
the macro lens can jump high, and the micro lens
micro
is,
lens is tiny.
Yeah,
okay?
rides a horse. The micro lens.
Yeah, tiny. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. So this also is very similar, if not exact, give or take.
All right. For
the
reference,
units
what's an AU?
An astronomical unit,
Which is what?
which is the distance between the Earth and the Sun.
Okay, which is
93 million miles.
okay. So this 93 million miles away stuff is somehow this is for you. This proves that the Earth is flat.
No. That's not what I said. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Over the past 5 years, gravitational microlensing has led to the discovery of several exoplanets that would not be detectable by any other method currently available. Because it does not rely on light coming from the planet or the host star, microlensing is able to detect planets at several kiloparsecs, probing even into the center of the galaxy.
Okay.
Thus, microlensing has the potential to determine the demographics of planets. So, if we go and we look at the microlensing equation,
Where's that?
I want to find that.
Where is it? Is it in here?
I don't know if it is or not. Could be.
So
Does it matter if it's
well,
in there or
yeah,
not?
yeah. We,
No,
we
it
definitely
doesn't.
should look at it.
Yeah, we're going to. That's why I'm looking it up right now.
So how many parsecs does it take for the Millennium Falcon to do the Kessel Run?
I think 82, 86.
82. All right. The rabbit's wondering. He wants to know for science. I think it was different. I think you were wrong.
I probably was.
All right. So all right, where are we at now? Where's this formula here? So understanding the galactic distribution of planets may allow one to constrain the time history of planet formation in the universe. Therefore, flat Earth. I love how your citations. I mean, and here, people, you can look at this. If you go to my website, mc2.net, and you just look up here, law. Kuhn's laws of Flurf. Flurf citations right there. And we're seeing that right now happening, people. All right, Trey. How is it? Well, I don't even remember what your point is of this. Do you, Dazzle? No?
So the law of refraction.
Are we is this?
Yeah. Hold on now. Is a law stating the relationship between the angles of incidence and refraction.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, were you looking up Snell's law in the meantime?
No, I had to reacquaint myself with it. So, in this law, this is referring to a light passing from one medium to another medium.
Yeah, that's
such
Snell's
as
law.
Air, water, glass to air,
Yeah.
etc.
Okay.
The microlensing KPC equation
Yeah.
does the exact same thing utilizing gases, the temperatures of ambient space, the gravity lensing, and other possibly hundreds of these other dynamic sources.
Okay. And where is this in the paper here?
It's not in the paper. I'm telling you that this is what it is.
Oh, you're just making a claim.
No, it's not a fucking claim.
Well, it sure sounds like a claim.
Why do I have to show you in the paper, dude? You
Wait,
can read the paper yourself.
Why
Look, right there.
did we bring up the paper? What was the point of the paper?
Because I was showing you that the actual paper showed you that gases are the chief. Man, when I get frustrated with you, I get so fucking mad. I can't even think straight. Look, it says right here in the paper.
Where? What section? I'll jump to it so people can see.
Where'd it go? I'm gonna shut it out. Okay, here it is. Okay, scroll down to
What section? I'm on section 7 right now.
go into the microlens model, which is in section 3.
Section 3. All right, I'll go up here.
Okay. If you go down
All right.
to the second paragraph from that,
That starts with a close look at the residuals. Yeah.
of a single lens fit, middle panel figure 1, if you click on figure 1, reveals significant structure indicating that the underlying lens model is more complicated than a simple single lens.
Okay.
In particular, short timescale deviations near the peak and high magnification events are typically caused by planetary or binary companion. In these cases, the caustic structure is extended as opposed to the simple point in the case of the isolated lens, leading to deviations from the single lens form as the source crosses the caustic.
All right. When are we getting to Snell's law here?
That's exactly what Snell's law. Snell's law is, as it says, the law of refraction, stating that the relationship between the angles of incidence and refraction when referring to light passing from one medium to another medium, such as air, water, glass, air. So, what is a caustic medium, Michael?
What's a caustic medium? It would be typical.
Yeah,
Opposite of an acidic medium.
No, that's not what it refers to.
Okay, you
Caustic is the type of scatter that is experienced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you say. Okay. Let's see it.
What am I showing you?
I don't know.
Dude, do you not understand what I'm showing you? Or
You better be cooking. You better be cooking that hat.
I'm not eating a hat.
Are you warming it up? You gonna put some barbecue sauce on
You
it?
act like you're retarded and you can't even like understand what I'm trying to say. I'm literally explaining it to you like a baby would, and you don't see it.
You saw a word that you're
the most
caustic.
disingenuous.
I saw this as caustic.
Do I have to look up caustic scattering for you? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
This is
You're a waste
the
of time.
caustic
You're a joke.
structure is extended as opposed to a single point in the case of isolated lens. So you're substituting a different definition of caustic in here because
No, I'm not. I'm not.
All right.
I'm,
so
you don't
where
even
do we
understand.
get to Snell's law?
You don't even understand refraction, dude. I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Like, look,
what is this
I'm
again?
done.
What is this?
That's the law of refraction.
Okay.
Snell's law. Whatever.
But what's the other part of it?
What are you
what part
talking
are we
about?
missing?
There is no other part. It's one thing. You either have the incidence of refraction or you have the refractive index.
But I
looking at?
didn't finish the formula. What's the
I
rest
don't
of the
care.
formula?
Why don't you finish this paper and explain me what caustic means? Because it doesn't mean shit to do with what you're saying acidic. Because
I know it doesn't.
Caustic means acidic. Basic is the opposite of caustic, you dumbass. You didn't even know that. So either you the burden of proof now rests on both.
You didn't actually show anything here. You didn't show how Snell's law is involved.
Snell's law is literally the law of refraction, and they're using the law of refraction in the fucking
Where? The
you
law,
not know how to read?
This is Snell's law of refraction right here.
Snell's law is a fundamental equation, bro.
Yeah, right
It's
here.
No,
but you don't know
it's
it.
a fundamental equation.
But you don't know it.
What are you talking about?
You don't know the rest of Snell's law here. It's right here.
I'm not looking it up because you want me to. Hey, I don't have to look up Snell's law. I've already told you what it is. I'm not even playing your game.
All right, so explain to us then. So we all know then, since you know so well, what does caustic mean in this instance?
The instance it's used in has nothing to do with what you think it has to do with. If you think it has to do with anything,
it says caustic structure. In these cases, the caustic structure is extended. What does caustic mean in this context?
The light scattering effect. It breaks down the light that is passing through it to a more, I guess you'd say, more intense degree rather than a less caustic degree. Caustic meaning that more of the light is scattered. That's what it means. Yeah, that's exactly what it means, dude. Why are you laughing?
All right. I don't think you know what it means. All right. So where does this equate to Snell's law? Still waiting for it. So I'll look here. Gas. There's no word for gas in here. All right. Refraction is not in here at all in the whole paper. Snell is never in the paper. Sign is never in the paper because remember right here. What's this SIN? That's what's that mean? In this formula, the SIN here, right? That means sign, right? Sign.
Caustic.
Yeah.
Rippling caustics are commonly formed when light shines through waves on body of water. Another familiar
Oh, are you saying
caustic
that there's
is the
bodies of
rainbow.
water?
Scattering of light by raindrops causes different wavelengths of light to be refracted into arcs of differing radius, producing the bow.
All right.
Literally.
Here we go. How
I
about
had
the
to fucking look it up for you.
but,
like, are
but
you
I'm still waiting. Where in here is gravitational lensing equal to Snell's law?
By the
What
fact
section?
that it uses the word caustic means
Just 'cause it
that
uses
is
the word caustic.
No. Shut up. No, it means, look, read it and weep. There's your proof. Disprove me.
Wait, you
Disprove
said
me.
You said another thing. You said
I have to explain it to you because you don't know what the fuck I'm even talking about. Like, you're pissing me off, dude. Like, you're a fucking joke. Like, you're a child. You can't even stand in the ring with me, so you have to literally do this fucking game over and over. You're a fucking moron.
oh,
Fucking debate me like a man and stop questioning everything I fucking say like you don't know what it is. Grow the fuck up. And Dazzle, you hang around people like this? You think this is good people?
oh, it's so
This
funny,
is fucking
Trey.
childish, man.
It's so funny, Trey.
It's not funny, dude. It's fucking sad.
It is,
It's
but Trey,
fucking sad.
when are
what I
you
put in the
when are
chat.
you equating Snell's law to gravitational lensing? All right,
Read the fucking chat right now.
let me. I'll bring up. We'll bring up the article on caustic so people can see here. All right. All right. So here is caustic produced by a glass of water, produced by refraction, definitely. Caustic at the bottom of a teacup. Here we have caustics made by the surface of water. Here we have caustics in shallow water. The problem is, though, that this doesn't necessarily mean that it is only caused by refraction.
It only fucking means it's caused by refraction,
Oh,
dumbass.
citation, please.
So the shape of the glass would also make
It fucking
a
literally
difference.
says right there on the piece of paper, dude. You're a fucking child. Like, you're a child. Like, I've never met someone who literally is just so
So all right, you
head-assed.
claim
You're a head ass, dude. Like, you are a head ass person. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
You claim that the only way to have a
I
caustic
didn't
happen
claim
is refraction.
anything.
Oh, so
Fucking no. Caustic is the causation and the correlation to the fucking
it's the causation and the correlation
all
at the same time.
thing. It's literally the same fucking thing, dude.
But how many cations are involved?
Oh, how many cat ions are involved? That's what you're doing. You're so fucking last year, dude. Like, you don't know anything about science. You don't know anything about astrophotography. You don't know shit. You're a fucking child. And this is the last time I ever fuck with you ever again, dude.
I mean,
I have never in my life.
You could complete this equation here.
I've completed it 6 fucking times.
You didn't complete. What's on the other side here?
Watching this, let me tell you something. Honestly, you want to hear some crazy shit?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about this?
What's the rest of this equation?
Shut up.
Trey?
Listen.
You think you know Snell's law? What's the rest of this
Listen
equation?
to this.
Right here.
I just fucking showed you
No,
everything.
you didn't. No, you didn't. What's
no,
this?
you didn't. No, you didn't.
What's this?
Listen.
When are you gonna eat your hat?
The James Webb
your head
Space
out.
Telescope is a fake sun. The true sun went out. That's what coronavirus was about, guys. You think I'm joking? Look up the Very Large Telescope. It's firing lasers right up into the James Webb Telescope.
Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it look like it's got a giant fucking balloon up there?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
it does. Isn't it weird? Think about this, guys. The Very Large Telescope started firing off in the year, 2017? Okay. Then all of a sudden coronavirus drops, right? Oh, what happens then? Everybody has to stay in during the night. What happens then? They have this James Webb Space Telescope launch. Goes straight up in the fucking air, doesn't arch or anything. It's fake. Space is fake. There's a fake sun. the scattering of the aerosols. No, let's get really conspiratorial. Let's literally break all this down. This is about one thing. They're taking $65 million a day from you. They're hiding the fact that there is a creator. They're hiding the fact by making fun of me.
So what
They
part
can't
of the
disprove me, so they make fun of me.
what part
He's
of the James
laughing.
Webb what part of the
What-
James Webb telescope is the nuclear reactor?
What?
What
The
part of the
sun,
James
the
Webb
sun
telescope
doesn't
is the
have any
nuclear
fucking
reactor?
nuclear reaction. The nuclear reaction, fusion, the fission, all takes place in the flares.
The flares?
The flares.
The flares.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Is it like genes that flare out at the
Right. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So the sun. The sun.
Luke
The sun is
Skywalker says, I don't even know it's
No.
real anymore.
No, I know you don't. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's take a look at this right here.
Wait,
This little
I
clip.
just want to make sure that people understand that you say that the James Webb Telescope took off in 2017 and is a fake sun.
No. 2020 or 2019.
You're talking about
The
that
very
Japanese
large,
rock?
the very large telescope was launched in 2016.
Which one?
It also the very large
Yeah.
telescope.
Yeah, that was a Japanese rocket launch from what I remember. It wasn't a
No. It's in Chile. It's in the same place where the James Webb Space Telescope took a picture of those mountains and said it was a fucking
James
Horsehead
Webb.
Nebulars.
James Webb took a picture of mountains.
Don't you know about this? Anyway, look. So, right here, if you can make this large, please. I want you to see this. This right here is a representation of an accretion disk. An accretion disk of the flat Earth. The model of the Earth
What causes the accretion?
The accretion is caused by the black hole beneath it.
But what causes it? Not just you.
It's dust. It's created. It's created dust.
But why do the things accrete?
Because of the downward acceleration towards the Gaussian surface that is the accretion disk. Okay.
But what
So
causes
you have-
the downward acceleration?
The what?
What causes the downward acceleration?
The incoherent electrostatic acceleration.
Oh, how does that work?
You have electrons that are discharged, dissipated throughout the atmosphere. The higher you are from the Gaussian surface of the ground, you're actually building a charge. For example, the ground is totally a negative charge, right? It's totally negative. You are constantly discharging electrons to the ground. Okay? The higher you move yourself,
where do the new electrons come from once we've discharged some?
they come down through the firmament, through this white hole, so to speak, which creates nothing but mass. Nothing can escape a black hole that we can see. But we do know that things escape a black hole, such as X-rays, gamma
X-rays
rays.
escape black holes?
Mhm.
Since when?
Since Hawking radiation,
Hawking radiation
postulated.
isn't X-rays. What are X-rays
is.
made out of?
X-rays are made out of helium nuclei.
No.
No. They're made out of
No.
yeah, that's alpha, beta, gamma radiation. My bad. So
what are X-rays made out of?
oh shit, what are X-rays made out? They're made out of no, not faster than light particles. They are made out of, damn it, why do I do this every time? How do you know exactly what to ask me to make me forget? Are you a wizard? You're a wizard, aren't you?
I am a wizard. Go to mctoon.net/wizard. You'll find a picture of me.
Hold on. Why do I not know what X-rays are all of a sudden? How did you do that?
All right, never mind X-rays. What are gamma rays made out of?
No. Okay. A high energy electromagnetic radiation. Okay.
But,
What are what made of?
well, that's all right.
What are-
So X-rays are made out of
Yeah.
what?
Out of what?
What particle of the standard model?
Helium nuclei. That's
No.
what alpha and beta.
That's alpha.
Wait.
What's
What are
X-rays
gam-
made out of?
High energy. It doesn't matter. It's any high energy
It's not an electron. X-rays
It's
are
not
not electrons.
electromagnetic particle.
Oh, you're onto something. So what's the particle?
What are you talking about? What's the particle?
I'm casting my wizard spell on you. What's the
Yeah, you
particle?
are.
What's the particle that X-rays are made out of?
There is no particle that they're made out of.
Oh, yes, there is.
No, they're not. They're not made out of a particle, dude.
Yes, they are.
Are you talking about photons?
Hey, you got it! You got it! X-rays are photons.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's why I
got it
said
right.
high energy light. What are you
Dude,
talking about?
you might actually not be 0-0 at the end of Smartest Flurf, should you ever compete. Okay, so what? All right, so X-rays are made out of photons. What are gamma rays made out of?
They are made out of the discharge of the I want to say dude, what the hell is going on? Are
What?
you like some secret like you have
What are
like
gamma
some
rays
damn
made out of?
helium nuclei?
No.
Yes.
No.
They're actually made out of the same thing, high energetic electromagnetic particles.
Which are called?
Neutrons.
No.
Phonons? No. Neutrons? No.
You said that already.
Protons? Protons?
Nope.
What the hell? I don't know. I everything just escaped me. Like, that's weird. What the fuck is going on, dude? Like, you're the devil, man. Like, you seriously are the devil.
Photons.
Man.
It's also photons.
I said photons.
X-ray. No, you said neutron twice.
I said photons. I said photons at the beginning. Dude,
X-ray.
okay, that's what.
But
that's
actually,
why you lied.
to be more
You lied.
specific,
You lied. That's what you did.
Gamma
That is the way-
ray.
I trusted you. That's the
Gamma
problem.
Ray is a power metal band formed by a few members of Halloween. Specifically Kai Hansen, who has a fantastic voice.
Halloween is awesome.
So Gamma Ray in the chat, who has seen Gamma Ray live? You let me know. In the
Actually,
chat
that's
here.
pretty cool. But listen, man, don't do that. Don't fucking lie to me.
All right. What are radio waves made out of?
Radio waves are larger than, I believe, meter bandwidth. They are made out of larger electromagnetic waves. They're not made out of anything. They're actual reverberating wavelengths of the electromagnetic spectrum above the meter range.
But what particle?
They're not particles. They're radio waves.
Yeah, radio waves are made out of what particle?
They're not made out of particles.
Wrong. What?
They're not made of particles. Shut up and keep going.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
They're photons.
Photons don't
Third
exist.
time in a
dude.
row. All right.
I'm
Trey,
being
Trey,
nice to you by
Trey,
accepting
Trey.
the fact that you believe in photons, right?
Trey, what? I have another
I'm being-
question for you. Trey,
I'm being
what,
nice to you.
what particle is visible light made out of?
It's fucking photons.
There you go.
They
All
don't
right,
exist. Photons don't exist.
Yeah, but
okay?
you already said that gamma rays are photons. So how? So
I
did they
have
stop
to-
existing?
I have to play
since-
your game, okay? They're really phonons. We have phonons. You know what a phonon is? What's a phonon?
Yeah, it's the opposite of phone off. Like if you're gonna call somebody, you turn your
What's
phone
a phonon?
on, and
if
then
you can't
call them,
answer, what's a phonon?
and you're like, I'm gonna turn my phone on. Doop, and then
What's a phonon? What's a phonon?
Hello,
dude?
B Dazzle,
What's a
how are you?
phonon?
B Dazzle, you got
I'm
your
good.
You're
turn
a
your
fucking
phone
joke.
on. I'm calling you, B Dazzle.
If you can't tell me what a phonon is in 10 seconds, I'm done. After as much hoops as I'm trying to jump through to fucking show you, 1, 2,
What?
3,
All right, what is
Four.
infrared light made out of?
5, 6, 7,
I don't know.
8, 9. You don't know? You don't know what a phonon is?
It's
Thank you.
is it made out
Okay.
of cations or anions?
It's made out of the opposite of the photon. So what a phonon
An
is
antiphoton?
an antiphoton. Yes. There you go. An antiphoton. What is an antiphoton?
All right. All right. Well,
So now that we understand what photons are, oh shit, I hate this. Oh,
did you forget? Where'd you go?
You rage quit?
I don't think so.
Maybe his phone died or something.
Oh my gosh. He thinks-
I was wondering if he was going to pull up this other paper about the chiral metasurface.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Seriously, did he just leave? Come on, you can't. Yeah. Oh, he did. He left. He's not here. Dude, he didn't know. He had no idea. Oh, I love it when he brings up his stuff. Oh, I've got a cat. I've got
Give me a
cat
sec.
coming.
I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. All right. That's Turtle there. What's up, Turtle? There you go. What do you think, Turtle? He's getting a bit chubby. Yeah. So he needs to go on a diet. Make sure you put him on a diet. I get a face. Like, I don't want to put him on a diet. All right. He did seem to rage quit. That was amazing. All right, Trey delivers. That is for sure. Trey delivers. He thinks that James Webb is a fake son. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's gold. All right, Jiffy Cone says for $2 when you order Godless Engineer from Wish.com. That is it. That is it. Lord Illuminous Pooh says, what do you get if you cross Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip? Killed in a tunnel. Too soon there, Illuminous Pooh. Yes, Chronic Avenger, a photon is not the opposite of photons. I just wanted him to say it. I wasn't gonna feed it to him. Oh, jeez. Be Dazzle. Dude, I mean, that was such a mess. And I mean, you're basically, I mean, you were along for the ride.
Right.
I appreciate that. Gridhog says Trey forgot to leave his phone on. I just played him. Oh, I got a few things to read here. Be Dazzle. If you're on TikTok, and I know a lot of you are not on TikTok, and I don't blame you, but we definitely could use a little more, a few more Globers in there. Find Be Dazzle. Links in the description to his TikTok. He has on TikTok you can add songs to things, and one of the songs that you can add is your song there.
The Earth is not flat.
I've had that song going through my head. I did a picture with that on it. So yeah, what Chronic Avenger's wondering, are we going to get him to eat his hat? I'm going to have to pull up the quote that he said to get it exact for what he's going to do. But am I right, Dazzle? Did he say if he doesn't show a gravitational lensing is Snell's law, refraction, that he'd eat his hat?
That's what I heard.
Yeah. And he thought just because it used the word caustic, and that caustic is something that happens with refraction, therefore it can only happen with refraction. Weird. But he also said it was both the causation and correlation. Do you know what that means? All right. Stringer News 1 for $5 is Trey. If there's a Fresnel lens hanging in the sky somewhere, why don't you go out and find it, bring it back, and show it to us? So, all right. So
that's
what
I asked him.
Yeah. So this is I'll show what this was all spawned from. And
Trey is live on TikTok now.
of course he is, yes. So this is he's all angry. This is the Rob Skiba lie, where they actually have, it's actually a sun that's on this card, and then as they move the sun farther away, the sun gets obstructed bottom up. But the reason why is because they put this lens there, And they intentionally use the part of the lens that causes the light to refract the opposite direction of where it does in the air. In the air, light actually refracts down, curves down, causing you to see things apparently higher. Because if the angle that the light comes into your eye is what's important, and I'll draw that, because that's where it appears to be. That's this line up here. So the thing appears up here, even though it's down there, because the path that the light took. So when Rob Skiba put this thing together, he was intentionally deceiving people, or maybe not intentionally. It doesn't matter. He was deceiving people because he's using the part of the lens that did the opposite of what an atmosphere does.
And that was my biggest question. I kept asking him, show me what happens when you use the top of the lens, and I guess he refused to.
Yes, and the part of the lens that's, and I don't remember, one bends it the other way, the one bends it the opposite. And so if you do the same experiment using the other part of the lens, or maybe you just cut it in half, right? Because it's kind of a plastic thing, you could do that. But no, you don't want to do that. All right. Lord Illuminous Pooh for $5 says the Hapburger joining straddles the girdle at the prop flanger. Coupling should be no more than the tangential cosine, of course. Oh, that's from what's that? The toroidal people in the chat. I'll have in a second there. From the 60s, I think it was. We've got Stringer News 1 for $2 says a little Wikipedia and no brain strikes again. Oh, geez, he couldn't get it. It was so fun. He's trying to be an expert in Snell's law. Turbo encabulator. There it is. Come on.
Can we hear the Oswald Bates again?
Yes. I'll get that. So Oswald Bates. I'll pull it up on the thing here. So is it, you explain it? I'll look it up.
So Oswald Bates is basically a character on Is in Living Color. And the guy's a prisoner who's basically trying to sound smart, so he's using all these big words and random orders. Kind of like a word salad.
I mean, nobody does word salad better than Witsit. But, oh, wrong link there. I'm getting it. There it is. Yeah, using big words for no reason, just to make you sound impressive. And Trey does that too, of course. The snail that he was talking about, and the chiral, and the other thing he was trying so hard to sound impressive with. All right, I'm prepping the scene here.
Of profanity regurgitating over and over again. Here, let me digress my bowels for a minute and right to the front, the nondescript hernia rectifies the miscommunication of fetal or fecal, depending on where your head is at.
Reading is fundamental.
So do not be persecuted by the pompous fedora balanced by the equilibrium fortified by the government's inability to eradicate or foreshadow, taken from the Hebrew word foreskin.
Understand what you read. He doesn't.
Paid for by the President's Council on
That is
Literacy.
totally Trey.
Legally repressing my balsitude, I've retracted my gonads with gigantic proportions. And the signing of the prohibition, you see, defecates the fluids of detention between the essence of the Euro intercourse. You see.
All right, I don't want to get too much. They might flag it, but that's
Right,
it.
right.
Oswald Bates is exactly it. Oh, Mute Donkey says, Trey is hooked on phonons. All right, Dave Fear for $5 says, Trey, why do you even come here? You end up in the hospital every time. The verbal defecation is ubiquitous.
Trey said he started feeling sick.
As soon as I started asking him questions, he couldn't answer. Oh, but he feels well enough to go live on TikTok. Oh, so cute. All right.
Apparently.
He's cooking chicken too. He didn't actually get up once to cook chicken. I hope it's not overdone. Ilabaka for 2,500 clips says refraction is light in an electromagnetic field. Gravitational lensing is light in a gravitational field. Yeah, and he sees one word and he doesn't quite know what it means and doesn't quite understand the rest of the context, but that's all he needs. That's it. Saeed Ahmed says for $5 says, is Trey coming out as a Poe? This has to be an act. No. Dazzle. Is he like this all the time? Do you think he's acting?
I don't think so.
Why? What would it benefit him? His wife was behind him there, and she's just got to be shaking her head the whole time, like, what the crap did I marry?
Unless she's in agreement with him.
Oh, there's no way. She talks to her friend. She's like, oh, I don't know. What do I do? I married him. All right. William Foley says for $2, Trey says words and has no idea what they mean. Oswald. Stephen York says, so my reading glasses use gravity to focus. Apparently, somehow, Snell's law that he didn't know what it was. Oh my gosh. All right, so Man Devil, if his wife knew he was acting, she might be okay with it. But for what purpose? Like, is he trying to break into the acting in a film industry and beefing up his acting career? Okay. All right. I was given this to for safekeeping. One of my kids was using it and wasn't supposed to. 3Ron for $5 says, poor Trey couldn't understand or get any one of his one part of this right if his life depended on it. Very true. Lord Illuminous Poo for $5 says, Viagra has instructions that say to keep away from children. What kind of man do they think I am? All right. Dave Cernick for $2 Canadian says, dollar words from a 5-cent brain. He actually, his name on TikTok is $2 Trey, which is $3 more than it's worth. Rurik says Inquisitor Rurik for $5 says, Trey, that guy was working with the deep state. He sprayed LSD into your face. Stay calm. He thinks the James Webb Telescope is a fake sun.
Yeah.
How do you get that? Where did he get that from? And when he said something launched in 2017, what was he talking about that was launched in 2017?
Well, I seen a video of and I could be thinking about the wrong one, but they were claiming that it was a fake sun that was being launched, but this was like in China or Japan or something like that.
It was just a rocket, and rockets are bright. I saw other people, and not just flat earthers. Jon Snow sent it to me. He knows better. He's like, hey, what is this? People are saying it's a fake sun. I'm like, that's just a rocket. But yeah, apparently they think that was all right. He's like, it just went straight up and it didn't curve. You didn't see the whole thing.
So that fake sun, quote unquote, is actually they're talking about a ground-based nuclear reactor, which is obviously too big to be launched. I guess maybe in a wording where they like we're about to turn this on instead of they might have said we're about to launch this nuclear reactor, and some people could misconstrue that for them sending it on a rocket.
Yeah. And quasars are volcanoes. Yeah, he called it the Very Large Telescope. Whatever that is. Oh my gosh. All right, so Liquid Flame says for $5 says he said the Very Large Telescope, which is ground-based, started in 2017 and is firing lasers at the James Webb Space Telescope to make a fake sun. Okay. That does sound like what he said. The Very Large Telescope on the ground, which was not launched in 2017, but is on the ground. But he thinks it was something, he maybe conflated it with that one that was in China. And is firing lasers at the James Webb Space Telescope to make a fake sun.
That's a strong laser.
For why? And why would it have anything to do with the recent sicknesses that have been going around? Because people before that were busy doing stuff, and then during the sickness, when people are home more, they have less things to do, so they might look at stuff more. You don't actually... That's the last thing you want. You want to keep people busy, not unbusy. Oh, dear. 3 Ron says, Trey has the worst tasting word salad. Yes. All right, Mr. Unite for the Chill Wind says, can Trey explain consolation of momentum for us? Consolation. I tell you, flat earthers do not know what conservation of momentum is. It's like none of them do. They're like, well, explain an airplane. It's taken off. How come it doesn't just wait there? Oh my gosh.
I showed someone an example. I'm not gonna name any names of the video clip where they're bouncing on a trampoline that's being pulled by the tractor. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, he's pushing himself forward. I'm like,
it's the second law of momentum. Or sorry, the second law of motion. And they're like, oh no, it doesn't exist. That's it. Oh, jeez. Yes, this is going a little longer than planned. I do have another show coming up after this. It's a call-in show. I'm going to finish these super chats and then move to the next show. So stay tuned for that. I got a few things coming up in there that will be fun. Bill McGuire for $5 says, watching Trey pretending to be super smart is my favorite thing in the whole world. On his TikTok. So on TikTok, you can't watch old videos that were live. The people that were on the video can access them. Mm-hmm. But I haven't gone live yet there because I don't have 1,000 followers. These flat earthers, their account gets deleted. The next day they have 15,000 followers. I think that they're buying them, but I haven't bought any. I'm at 950. 950. I
think if my account got shut down, I probably wouldn't get as many followers as I do now.
Yeah. We've got Majorcation. Sodium is the Majorcation. For $5 says, I'm being deployed to Antarctica and assigned to edge patrol duty with the Penguin Battalion. Trey should bring a parka and a salt shaker. Should I bring a parka and yes, you definitely you can like scoop up some of Antarctica and put it in the salt shaker. Jeez. Cretan Bull for 5 Canadian says, it's really hard to pick the dumbest flat earther. Just kidding, it's Trey. So yeah, so the live streams you can't just go watch them. So I just can't like in real time watch Trey. So impossible. Anyway, Humphrey Pushcart for $6.66 says, I emphatically declare Trey to be the unfortunate subject of which Dunning and Kruger spoke. Trey the Dunning-Kruger lab rat proved me wrong. Oh, I love how he'd make a claim that his claim is not a claim, and then say that that we had to disprove his claim, which isn't a claim. Ah, something's wrong with that boy. Chronic Avenger, yeah, you said you can derive Snell's law from Einstein's relativity, or you will eat your hat. Yes, that is definitely going to be a clip. Be looking for that on the Conspiracy Tunes channel. If you are not, I should remind you, if you're not a subscriber on the Conspiracy Tunes channel, I'd love it if you were. If one of the mods could drop the link in there. Conspiracy Cats gave me his channel, and so all of my pre-recorded videos go on the Conspiracy Tunes channel. I renamed it Conspiracy Tune, and all my live ones are here. YouTube treats live stuff and not live stuff very differently, and so it actually kind of makes it difficult if you do a kind of a combined channel. So I hear. I'm not privy to their algorithm. Springer News 1 for $2 says, I said nothing, disprove me, Trey. It's this thing that flat earthers love doing, is claiming that they're not making claims. It's like this trend. They
It's
like
not my claim.
like they'll say the earth is flat, then say that they did not make a claim and that they don't have a burden of proof. Wait a second. You just made a claim. It's not a claim. You just claimed that your claim wasn't a claim. That's not a claim either. Oh, jeez. Lord Illuminous Pooh, if you didn't say anything, what would he disprove? Yes, I have. It's not actually possible to refute something that's just a claim. I mean, I suppose you could embrace it, but there's no need. You can't even understand that simple thing. Toddbert, for 3 Australians, says Trey puts the dense in density. Chris Kelling for $10 says shining like fool's gold. Oh, he is. Trey never disappoints, does he?
We have a bunch of fools going here actually in Georgia.
Oh yeah?
It's all over. Yeah.
We when we go on trips, we love going into caves. We like exploring caves.
Have you been to the Ruby Falls in Tennessee?
Oh yeah, I love Ruby Falls. That's the best one.
Yes, sir.
Last time we went down to Florida in January, we did not go through that part of Tennessee. We hit Memphis, and that was it on the edge, because the vehicle we were pulling the trailer with doesn't do so well in hills, and even the foothills of the Smoky Mountains was enough that we avoided it. But we've made changes. We have a different vehicle now, so next time we might do it. So thank you for that, Chris Kelling. We got Plastic Citizen for $5. Says, thank you so much. Been having a rough couple days, and this is making me laugh harder than I have in a long time. Well, Plastic Citizen, Trey is happy to to bring you that laughter that you so much need. William Foley for $2 says, Trey needs to get his meds rebalanced. I think so. I've had a few that definitely have some meds that they didn't hit up enough. Chris Kelling says, what is the color of the sky in Trey's world? Well, obviously the sky is what? It's the James Webb Telescope being hit by lasers to replace the sun. And then the firmament is behind it. Oh my gosh. And somehow these papers that measured exoplanets that were many light years away, many kiloparsecs, are not outside the firmament. They're in the firmament. It's a reflection from somewhere. Don't know where. Chris Hoffman, $5, says, Snell's law, light shall not behave refractively on physical objects without written permission from all observing parties. Yes. All right. The Rabbit for $5 says, ask him how many parsecs did it take for the Millennium Falcon to do the Kessel Run. I want to know for science. That is so goofy. I love that. They obviously made a mistake when they first wrote that script and did fix it. All right, sort of. The Rabbit says, seriously, this still boggles the mind how flat earthers still exist with all the evidence, technology, and at least 1 billion people that use it all. Well, they're all in on it. Obviously. The Sun Express for $10 says, came here for the Cation food, disappointed again. I don't know where Trey is from, but you're not too far from where they serve Cation food. Could you just pop over to Louisiana?
It's about an hour flight, 8-hour drive.
All right, yeah. I mean, if you really wanted some Cation,
I'm actually from Louisiana.
oh, well, there you go. See, you can get your home has all the Cation food and cooked with onions, I'm sure.
Right.
Dave Fierce says, Trey's talking about the James Webb Space Telescope on TikTok. We should listen in. I'm not set up to listen in live because you can't watch live streams, I think, on and through the web client. Is that right?
I think certain creators, like if you're friends with them, you can watch, and if you're not, then you can't. But I guess it depends on if their page is private or public.
All right, well, let me see if I can go to his and see if I can listen in to what he's saying. I see the live thing. Let's see if it happens. Can I click it? Click. Come on. Oh, something's happening. We might get it. We might get it. I think we are. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to have to come on. It's a little slow. I've got a lot going on.
The what was it? The miles of the sun to the earth, or to the moon to the earth, is the same as the diameter of the sun. So because the sun is the moon is it's all the same. Yeah, it's 432,000 miles further away, but is 230 miles, but 93 million miles. Then it should be the same distance from the Earth to the moon as the diameter of the sun. So that would mean the sun would have to be 2 times larger than it actually is.
So there's nothing to see.
The distance from the Earth to the moon is the same as the diameter of the sun. It's the same. Has to be. In order for the moon and the sun to appear the same size. Right? It has to be. In order for the sun to equal the same size as the moon from the Earth, if the moon is 1/6 the size of the Earth.
Oh, 1/6 the gravity.
It is 400 times closer than the sun. Well, today it is. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. 238,000 miles. So that's the diameter of the sun.
Oh my gosh.
Has to be that, or else it doesn't work. Because it's, what, 1 in a trillion?
Oh, he's so...
The Earth is the cosmos.
Everything. The poor guy.
The cosmos. Turn on the light, Trey. No. I have plenty of light. You're the one that needs light.
All right, I'm going to pause him. So weird. All right. Well, thank you for that, the Sun Express. Let's see. Bodie McBoatface for $6.66 New Zealand says, "B Dazzle. Aw, damn Trey. So hard is. Wait. Aw, damn Trey. Try hard is so caustic." Yes. William. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Boy, that make both faces also on TikTok under that same name.
Yes, he is. William Foley for $10 says, "Trey is either A poest Poe whoever poed. 2, so far upper left that it can't be charted. 3, suffering from a mental defect or deficiency." I think it's 3. I do like that it was A, and then I, and then 3. Stringer News 1 for $2 says, "Trey's pot is thoroughly cracked. It may have been laced with something." Who knows? Inquisitor Rurik for $5 says, "God McToon, MC Toon, Cations are so last year. The new hotness is quasar volcanoes, and the James Webb Telescope caused the sun to go out." And the coof. That totally is an F. That says "and the coof." Cool. All right. Grimlock for $2 says, "Cation dust causes coronavirus." That was it. Stay away from the Cation dust. Lord Illuminous Pooh for $2 says, "These are not the Cations you're looking for." Poor guy. He's never going to live that down. And yet never should he. Mr. Unite for the chill win for $2 says, "You're a wizard, Toonie." I was not trying to. It was not a trick question. I was not trying to mess with him. Oh dear. And then he didn't. He didn't know X-rays or gamma rays. But yes, Gamma Ray is a band. I've seen them. I saw them in St. Paul. Indie Tigers sci-fi review for $5 says, "Can manta rays escape black holes, Trey?" Oh my gosh, that's right. We got into black holes. The whole X-ray and gamma ray thing is because he was claiming that black holes emit X-rays and gamma rays. Remember that? And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Hawking radiation." I'm like, that's not Hawking radiation. Microraptor, how does Trey have a wife? I don't know. Technics 1 for $2 says, "Please tell me what I witnessed was staged." I wish it was staged. Every once in a while, some flat earther will come in and will claim that some guest is fake. I love it when they do that. So Philosopher King Gaming for $2 says, "Top left 2022 nomination clip is here." Yes, that video will be definitely it. That is going to be his nomination video. Cretan Ball for $5 says, "MC Toon has the lamest superpower ever. He can make people forget which bosons are associated with which force."
Is the wizardry.
And if you do go to mctoon.net/wizard, you do it. I put that up when I was debating Austin Whitsitt. It's still there. Timbo Turtle says for $5 or $5 Australian, not Canadian, says, "This is because you had my namesake on screen. Turtle is meowing. Buy him a treat." He's got a lot of treats. That boy is getting heavy. I pick him up and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that cat, he better lay off the chow." But that he lays on the couch, right in the middle of the couch. All day. That's where he sits. He's like, "This is my couch. You stay off."
Hey, just gonna call it a night here.
You are all right.
Mhm.
Well, anything you want to say as you go?
Thank you guys for having me on, MC Toon. I just came along for the ride, I guess.
I mean,
However,
you were the pretty face. You were the bait.
I would like to say though, like not outside of like the whole flat Earth discussion. I sat and talked with Trey. He's a musician as well, and I mean he's a cool guy. Outside of the whole debate thing, but
He can play guitar.
yeah.
For sure. All right. Well, Trey, not Trey. Dazzle, thank you very much. Dazzle's link is in the description if you want to go find him on TikTok and give him a follow. So, all right.
I am Brian B. Dazzle on YouTube. If anybody wants to check out the Earth is Not Flat song, I have a couple other songs up there as well.
I'll add that to the description for you.
Gotcha.
All right.
Good night.
We'll see you later.
All right. Good night.
All right. I got a few more here. I was getting a little. He's like, what's going on? It's getting old. All right. Liquid Flames for $5 says, he said the Very Large Telescope, which is ground based. All right. I read that already from Liquid Flames. Thank you for that one. Lael says for $2, is Jon Snow and Mallory still together? No. Mallory? What do you think? I think there's been a disturbance in the force between them. John wants to come back on, but his internet connection at his home is no good, so he can't get on to join until he gets that fixed. Astronut66 for $10 says the distance to the GP of the sun at sunrise from someone standing on the flat Earth equator on the day of the equinox computes to a straight line distance of 8,784 miles, a number for Trey's formula. He doesn't. He never did any math. He talks about we're gonna do math, and he's never done it. He doesn't know. All right, Frank Burns wants to be the first caller in the next stream. All right, Frank Burns. Well, you can. Linda for 5 Australians says nothing to say. Just wanted to donate extra. Thanks for the entertainment, everyone. And then a hand clap, and then an Australian flag. Well, thank you for that, Linda. Yeah, I do. I have a plan to get to Australia. I bet it won't happen because the Flurfs won't accept it. But I'm gonna challenge them. Andreas Held for 20 Swedish kroners or 26 says if space is fake, then how is the sun 93 million miles away, as stated in his citation? Flurf citations they always contradict. Robert Luscombe for $5 says, have you seen Flat Earth Dave's TikTok video where he presents an obviously edited video of the sun slowly disappearing into the atmosphere? So sad. I have. That is glare shrinking. That is glare shrinking. Yeah, they don't care. Flat Earth Dave, he doesn't care. He's happy to deceive people because he gets them to download his app and pay him a little bit extra every month. That's what he does. I think Flat Earth Dave / Dearth is probably the flat earther that's making the most money off of the scam. I think he is. He has monetized the people's stupidity and is getting them to just hand over money. So you donkey, he only does visual formulas, whatever that is. Yes. I mean, I started writing it and then I'm like, oh wait, I'll just let him finish it. So you know, Trey, it's really not that hard. And to sine theta 2. I mean, if you'd ever used it one time, you would have seen that part and said, oh, the other part, I got it. Lael for $5 says, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we did not understand refraction, how is it that doctors know how eyeglasses work and how fiber optic cables work? A fantastic question that obviously he's not going to know. Chronic Avenger for $5 says, how can you see something beyond the visible light spectrum? Well, yes, you can't use the word see very well for things that are not in the visible light spectrum, though you could shift it. Right? We do that with infrared. You take an infrared picture and shift it into the visible realm. You could potentially do that with anything, but it gets to where you can't pick up things on a sensor like you can on a camera sensor, on a CCD, you know. When they're outside of the, especially when they're lower frequency, you probably need some pretty big structure to do that. If you wanted to make like a digital camera that saw at 1 gigahertz and took like a picture of something at 1 gigahertz, I think that might be challenging because of its size. Daniel Meadows says for $5, Flat Earth exists, Mallory's Asylum forever. Join us, MC Toon. Well, I am on Mallory's Asylum Discord server, but I don't do much there. The number of unread notifications I have on Discord is very large. The Rabbit for $5 says, Mallory can't come since Team Skeptic is in Europe. It's hard to be in two places. By MC Toon in the most Scottish accent. I have more space, so la la boo. Thank you, the Rabbit. The most Scottish I can't do Scottish accents. I'm gonna have to get Dell to help with that. All right, that is the last super chat. I'm gonna do a call-in show. So the link has been put in the chat. I think it will actually like push you to it. Let me close up a couple things here. So, wow, thank you very much to everybody. And I will explain the sunglasses that I was wearing at the beginning of this next one here. And just a second here, grab this. And then an idea I'm going to be doing in September. So be ready for that. But thank you everybody for joining. Thank you to Dazzle for really, he lured Trey here is what he did. So thank you to Dazzle, and thank you to Trey for entertaining us. It's always Trey. It's always a treat having you here. It's good entertainment. So thank you for that, and we'll see you all in just a couple minutes.